Going on, Voodies? It's a beautiful day here in Tampa, Florida. Thanks for tuning in to the Voodoo Chef podcast. Tonight, like every other night, we're streaming live, and we appreciate you tuning in and checking us out. Don't sweat though, you can always find the replays on our YouTube channel and everywhere you download your podcasts. But the best place to be, right here live with us. Share it with your friends. They can check us out on our Facebook page at VooDoo Chef 13. And of course, like I said, the Voodoo Chef YouTube channel. Tonight's show is the resolution show. You're going to hear from us, and we definitely want to hear from you. What are your New Year's resolutions? Do you have any? Do you care? Special guest tonight, Barbecue Hall of Famer and my primary care physician when it comes to all things barbecue, Dr. Barbecue Ray Lampe. All the same fun and goodness. Florida man, the top three. Get your top three ready. Top three sayings or things people say that I hate. I know. I have a ton. Get yours ready. Let's see what you have to say. Upcoming events, let's knock those out real quick so we got nothing to do but play. January 16th, I will be filming an episode of Dinner Diaz with Jeff Philbin. That will air on Fox 13 at 1 p.m. We don't know when it's going to air, when it's going to drop. So tune in every day, Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. on Fox 13 to check out Dinner Diaz. January 20th, Gasparilla Children's Parade. We're going to be pimping down the streets of Bayshore, celebrating the success of culinary students and culinary educators like only we do. The music of Richie Hume live on the float. Guys, come out, celebrate. Most importantly, let those culinary students and culinary educators know that you're supporting them in everything they're doing. Then it gets real. January 27th, we're going to party like monsters down the Gasparilla Parade route, the third largest parade in the nation, or as I like to say, the best party in the nation. And God knows we're going to party. We got Wicked playing up on the top deck. Me and some members of Monster Energy going to be jamming out on the front. And of course, all the players in the game hanging out, getting rowdy like we do. Come out January 27th and show your love to the Voodoo Chef Foundation, Monster Energy, Wicked, and our entire team. Want to know more? Next week's podcast, both Richie Hume and Wicked will be playing live. Guys, don't miss out. You want to be here with us every Tuesday night on the Voodoo Chef podcast.
That's too funny. You gotta look at their fuck. I need a bubble. That's fucking. That's too funny.
16 high school culinary students all competing for a full tuition scholarship, and it can be won with a simple voodoo-fied hamburger right here on Voodoo Chef Underground. Coming soon to RHS TV.
Hey everybody, Dave here, Bearded Monkeys. Got my Voodoo Zing, get ready to do my competition chicken. Heat it just a little bit. Nice even coat. Voodoo Zing, competition chicken. Peace.
What's going on, Voodies? It's your boy, Johnny B. First of all, I want to thank you for checking out the Voodoo Chef podcast. Your support means the world. The Voodoo Chef's my guy, and this podcast, it's pretty entertaining, and they record it live on YouTube every Tuesday night at 8:15. So download it and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Bing! Hit that right there. And wherever you get your podcast, just go search Voodoo Chef Podcast and subscribe to that too. But make sure you set a reminder right now every Tuesday night at 8:15 so you can watch it live on the YouTube channel. Go. Tell Alexa right now, remind me to watch the Voodoo Chef podcast at 8:15 p.m. Alexa, done. She's doing it right now. I love my Alexa. Thanks for checking out the Voodoo Chef.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is going on, Booties? We are back. And not only are we back, we're all in the same room, except for Big Eddie C. Big Eddie C had a little medical procedure today, and he's not able to drive yet. But next time we do this, he'll be here. Filling in tonight in the studio. We got our man Spider. What is going on, everybody?
What's happening?
What's going on?
Big Eddie C, did they go in this way or are they going that way?
In the back.
They went in the back. Couldn't see it. Thank God, right?
Didn't see it, didn't feel it, didn't give a rat's ass. It was great.
As always, we got the drinks a flowing, man. Let us know what you're drinking. More importantly, where you're checking in from. And share this out with your friends right now so they can jump in here and hang out with us too. We got a big night planned. We got Doc Barbecue coming on. We got Florida Man. He's up there in the right-hand corner. I guess I fall into that category too. Oh, you're New York. You're not Florida Man either. You're transplant. And then, we got Bearded checking in. What's going on, Bearded? We got Sean Fleener. Hot chocolate over in Orlando tonight. Okay. Okay. And then Jimmy
Ain't that cold? What is it with y'all? You fucking toddler.
Ed's in rare form. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for the top 3 things I hate because Ed's gonna hate everything tonight. Look at that smirk.
Am I that predictable? Jesus.
Oh man. And of course, New Year's resolutions. What is up? I don't know how you guys celebrated. We sit around, we just hang out, pop a bottle of bubbles and pretend to eat some grapes at the stroke of midnight. Did you make resolutions?
Never did. What's the point? I mean, whoever keeps them, right? I mean, we all do. We all make a resolution in January.
I have kept my resolution for the past 3 years. Spider, do you make resolutions?
From time to time.
Yeah. What was your resolution this year?
Well, if you're doing a parade, I've got 3. So one of my number ones is I want to lose 10 pounds before the parade, right? The 10 pounds that I gained during Christmas and Thanksgiving, I want to lose that before the parade.
You said you had 3 years. Does that mean there's 2 more?
There's 2 more. We got a whole podcast talking about. Are we starting already? Just let me know.
Big Eddie C. Big Eddie C. Do you do resolutions? Do you believe in resolutions? And if so, what were yours?
I couldn't tell you the last time I even tried to have one. I mean, it's like, how am I going to improve on this? Fuck that shit. I mean, actually, I've already accepted that stuff. So, anything's a little better. So.
It's like one of those hostage videos. I've been watching a lot of fucking action movies. It's like that hostage video, but he's like really the mastermind behind it all. He's gonna like lean back too far, and the whole set's gonna crumble, and we're gonna see the inside of the STD mansion down there in South Tampa. Call my wife. I need $1 million.
That ain't...
Oh.
this place right now is a complete wreck. As you probably know, we're having a co-ed baby shower on the 13th here. So there's pirate themed shit all over the place. It's just fucking
It's almost that time.
shit show at the fuck factory. Yeah.
And you're the head fucking
I'm
charge.
kind of hoping. I tell you what, I'm kind of hoping, because this thing's co-ed, I'm crossing everything I possibly can that the Bucks win this weekend and they get a game that day, so nobody will stay.
Dude, let's not even talk about the Bucks. That was just a debacle.
And or it rains.
And or it rains. For the past 3 years, my mother-in-law has asked me what my New Year's resolution is. And I said for the past 3 years, I'm going to drink more whiskey this year. And I'm telling you, for the past 3 years, I think I've held pretty true. I think I've held pretty true. I bet. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. I mean, I started out well on the New Year's Eve. I drank probably about a half bottle of Jack. By myself.
Lucky you. Lucky you.
I was working. So.
Right?
Yeah.
Aside from one ill-fated night in Houston, I don't think I've had a drink for 30 days, for shit, almost 90 days now. Except for that one ill-fated night in Houston, where I just destroyed a bottle of single barrel strength. like we had no business. Like no business.
You just get warmed up for Gasparilla. It is.
I don't know, man. I think I was thinking about having some Jack tonight, but it hasn't made its way into my glass yet. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know about this resolution thing. I
wanted to do it cheeky. Nice.
I waiting on it to do it itself, and that would be a sign, right? Loving the beards. What's taking Ed so long to get with it? He's got the soul patch going.
It ain't happening, man. Yeah, I got a little bit, but it's all fucked up looking, man. It's like red and brown here and into gray. I don't want to grow a beard. I look weird.
I'm glad I'm not going gray.
There's too many colors going on.
Not going already is.
Right? Right. I cut it. I cut it for you guys.
Bearded forgets I'm the oldest one of this bunch, so it's gonna look black.
I think I'm gonna get one like Pat over here and let it all come in, and we'll have it that way for the wrestling episode. We'll wear our flannels and we'll be the lumberjacks or something. Yeah. But dude, you need to do the top button and undo all the other ones and fucking Viva la Raza.
I'll do that next time.
Go full on Cholo, man. I'd be jealous because we all know when I grow up, I want to be Mexican, man. I want to be Mexican.
Really?
The food that we had in Texas was just insane. We got Liz Ann checking in. Hello, boys. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, my friend. I think the next time I'll see you will probably be Gorilla. So get ready because it's going to be a party. And of course, tonight we got Doc Barbecue on. So if you're out there listening and you have questions for the doctor, get those ready now. I don't even know. Do we have trivia tonight?
We do.
I know Jimmy's been dying to play trivia. He's in the room, and at some point tonight, we'll put that link up so you can jump in the room and play trivia with us. He says he's going to kick our ass. I don't even know what the category is, and everybody thinks that I know in advance.
I can guarantee that you don't know because I just wrote the questions. I picked all the questions today.
Yeah,
at like 5 o'clock.
It's probably going to be like favorite children's toys or.
No, so I figured we wrapped up 2023. Let's do the best of 2023. See what you guys know from the past year.
Not a damn thing. I know. Well, I keep that to myself. Jada Vidal checking in. Jada, I heard that you just announced the air date of your Chopped competition. Tell us when that is. And on a bigger note, are you tuning in from work? If so, put it on in the back of the kitchen so everybody can hear us talk shit. I did.
Get back to work.
Don't just say I did. Tell me what the fucking date is. Tell me what the date is. So we can put it out here and everybody can check it in. January 16th at 8 o'clock, and I am off today. Ha ha ha. You should stick around and come in for trivia. It'll be a blast. You've been on the podcast a couple times, and we'd love you to hang out and check it out. Come play with us so I can beat your ass in trivia today, too. Don Hill, maybe you'll actually jump in. Don checking in. Let us know what you guys are drinking. That's a staple, right?
Of course.
We got coming up our top three. Our top three, we're bringing that back. So top three things that sayings or things people say that you fucking hate. That's going to be different for everybody. And Ed's in a rare mood. I can't wait to get him going on this. But that's going to be a kick. And, of course, Doc Barbecue coming in. Cody Westbrook checking in all the way from Iowa. Our Iowa family checking in. And Cody's going to be on the podcast in a couple weeks, giving us an update from everything going on in Iowa. I don't know. I mean, I think if you sit around and you listen real close, you might be able to hear that fucking corn grow. Other than that, I don't know what's going on. but it's all good. Get your top three ready. When we come back, top three things or top three sayings that you fucking hate. What's going on, booties? Today we're having dessert from the Cake Girl. Check them out online. Order them. They'll ship them directly to your house. If you're here in Tampa Bay, you can pick them up at their Carrollwood location. Cake Girl's cookie butter. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that top. Here we go. I can't wait to dig right through it. Nice and smooth. Oh, man. Oh, I don't even know what to say. This is the shit.
Hey y'all, Bubba here at Wicked Oak Barbecue in Tampa, Florida. As most of you know, we love helping out and giving back to the community. We do a lot with a bunch of different foundations. But one we worked really close with the last couple years is our buddy Eric Young over at the VooDoo Chef Foundation. You know, at first when we first met Eric, I was like, oh, I don't know about this guy. I thought it was all about the Jack Daniels and stuff, but man, this guy does a lot for the community and plays a huge role in the up-and-coming chefs all throughout the Tampa Bay area. This guy loves what he does, and you can see it in his work. Be sure to come check us out over in Seminole Heights at our brick and mortar, or if you're at one of the games or events down at Emily Arena, we are inside Emily Arena now. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or our TikTok.
Guys, it's time for our top three, but I have to take a pause. We got Tampa icon Pat Iacobelli in the room, and if you do not know who he is, it's real simple. I say it all the time. I say GMA. You need to do it for him. Google his ass. He is a stud, a rock star, and one of the first jobs that I held was at his restaurant washing dishes. Long time ago. But Pat Iacobelli, just a rock star in the community. Check him out. Pat, so glad you're checking in. I'm sure I'll see you over at the family here over the next couple weeks. But now it's time for our top three. We haven't done top three in quite some time. And, we used to do top three roller coasters. Hey, with this New Year's resolution, I say it like that, New Year's resolution, because it almost made my list of top three sayings or things people say that I hate. New Year's resolution. Why the fuck do people make that possessive? The year does not have a fucking resolution. You have a resolution for the new year, hence it is a New Year resolution. Right?
That's that's very, very true. I think people aren't just that smart, honestly. It's a new year, new year.
And the funny part is, they're gonna in that chat bar. Everybody's gonna be like taking apart everything we fucking say. Yeah, New Year's resolution, huh? What about that you just said? And Ed's gonna be up there going, I thought the same thing. Ed, I'm surprised you haven't picked that one apart. Ed's not on a delay.
It's very quiet today.
Well, everybody
It would
thinks he's
require
going
me to care.
the drugs.
That hostage video, that's what it is.
And hold a big broken. This is bad. This is bad. All right, so top three things that, or things people say, or sayings that I hate. Anybody want? Sweater, you go first, man. You're new hanging out with us live here, and guys, don't hesitate to throw yours in the comment bar. I guess we should keep a clock because Doc's coming sometime, right?
I have an issue when people say I'll be there at a particular time.
When someone says they're going to be there, man, you must fucking hate me.
I can't fucking stand it. That shit. Give me a call. Let me know you're going to be running a couple of minutes late. Waiting or hanging out. I'll be there at 3 and it's like 3:30. Puerto Rican time.
I'm just going to share my location with you now.
That's got to go in. I'll be there.
I'm going to have to share my location because be there when I get there, man. Time's on my side.
Hey, you get to the float on time, that's what counts.
Right. We're usually there early. Sean Fleener says he hates when people say bruh. Sean Fleener, you ever had somebody stand up in your face and go, bruh, I'll call you whatever the fuck I want to call you, bruh? That's always fun.
That's like it.
It's a blast. Bruh. What you got, man? What's something you hate there, pal?
So one of mine is actually it's also an acronym, but people just call it YOLO. You only live once. I can't stand that.
YOLO.
Can't stand that.
Don Hill says he hates when people say, "Ask me a question." Might kill somebody if you do that.
Oh.
And that's right along the same lines of an espresso. I'll take an espresso. How fast would you like that?
There's a lot of axes in New York. There's a lot.
It's just like a kid enjoying the show. What do you got, man? What's something you hate?
I had to think. I hate so much that it's kind of tough to narrow it down, But if I had to dial it in,
Do we have some honorable mentions? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, because there's just so much shit. And I just, at this point, I have to, save myself the stroke and learn to start silently dismissing people as assholes. But the one expression I know my wife really hates, and because she hates it, I hate it. If somebody says, "Would you like to get a coffee?" No, you either get a cup of coffee or coffee, not a coffee.
What about people who? What about people who
wasted words? Shut up.
I've got the sugars.
What?
Never done silence, right? Lizanne said she hates.
Typical in the Caribbean.
Right, I got the sugars.
I got the sugars.
Lizanne hates. Well, it is what it is. And you guys are like. I think I'm like the biggest asshole here with mine because I hate when people say I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. Fuck you. If you're blessed, you're insinuating that you believe in some sort of higher being. And I'm no theologist or whatever theologian. See, people are gonna. I hate when he says that shit. But if you're saying I'm so blessed, aren't you insinuating that you believe in a higher power? And if you believe in a higher power, don't you believe that it's all predetermined anyway? And but no, you got free will. That's why you're so fucking blessed. Go score a touchdown, make your $1 million, and shut the fuck up.
What about weed?
We are so blessed.
Is that okay with you?
No, why? Don't bring me into your game.
I know. You're trying to be selfish.
I'm just gonna go straight to my other one.
Go ahead.
They're such a great human. I'm so glad I found my human. Because last week I was dating a dog. I'm so glad I found my human.
With some people, that just may be a reality.
Oh, well, you know what? Then they're okay. They're okay to fucking say it.
Well, these days it's okay.
2023 now.
Ed, how do you feel about that one?
What's that?
I'm such a good human. I found my human. They're such a great human.
Oh. It's another one.
He's not feeling well. He doesn't have a comeback.
Again, people think that his stream is delayed. That's the neck drug.
Maybe people don't. Yeah, they could be. No, I can tell you something that I'm looking at right now that I really fucking hate. This is not something that anybody said. I hate low rent shit, okay? And this right here, this bottle of water, this is low rent. Look at the bottom of this fucking thing. I'm trying not to give away whose it is, but look at that thing. You see this shit? I have to sit it against something. It's fucking bullshit.
So Ed hates the bottom.
I mean,
no, low rent
shit in Italy is like the Leaning Tower of Pisa and shit. Look at this. Fucking nonsense.
Dude, you're truly blessed to have received that water, man.
That's pissing me off.
Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's all you, dog. It's all you.
The bottle of Sky Juice.
We got Brent Rhodes checking in. That's why you can always drink bourbon. And we do have to get that drunken spelling bee on the books here. We haven't done that for a couple of years. We got to get that going. We got Mark checking in from 512. You give us another one there. What you got, man?
So another one I had was sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
If you're not going to be sorry about it, tell me. What are you saying that for?
Are you hanging around with a lot of Valley girls, dude?
Sometimes I feel that way. It's 2 weeks off. I mean, we're getting a week off now.
Right.
Apparently, it's the new normal, which is the last one that I put on my list.
The new normal.
The new normal. Like COVID has been over since for how many years now? Or over, kind of, right? And yet people are still saying, "Oh, it's the new normal."
What do you mean it's over, dude? I mean, I know 3 people that got COVID last week.
I got one that I got diagnosed today. One of my guys.
Well, it's over in terms of no one's wearing a mask. We're not social distancing.
Well, that's
not
the
doing
new
all
normal.
that. The new normal, all right. Now it's
We're
okay.
truly blessed that it's not as bad as it was before.
It is what it is.
Just saying. Problem is, it's not Valley girls anymore. It's teenage boys. That is so true, Leader. Oh, teenage boys, the new Valley girls. Happy New Year, Derek Wally. Derek Wally checking in, my main man from Wicked Oak, the #1 pitmaster in Tampa Bay. And if you got a problem with that, you call me up because we will arrange a throwdown between you and Derek Wally just so I can sit around and eat barbecue. Because there's no such thing as bad barbecue. Unless your name's Derek Wally, because then you hate everything. Don't forget to drive over there this Friday and get those burn ends. Get there early.
Right. Well, I said that.
Yeah.
I know.
I'll be there Friday too, so
I might be going by Friday too.
Maybe we just go hang out and smoke some cigars out behind Wicked Oak with our burn ends. Everybody locking it in. What time, right? Be there when I get there, man. That's what it is. Oh, trust us. We're here from the government. Dude, if somebody's telling you that, Don, I might have to exit you out of the podcast right now, dude. That's a little scary. Do they make you look at a pen and blink the light, man?
But I mean, if they work for the federal government, that's important,
right? I mean, we got some people that we deal with
exactly.
that work for the federal government.
Yep.
Don't get me started on that fucker.
Fuckers, all of them.
No, this is a different
Different
people. Different type of fucker. They're a special class of fucker. What do you got over there? You got another one over there? Or did you already tell them all? Big Eddie C, what you got? You got another saying you hate?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
You know, I was trying to think of some, and I did actually have one like pop up in the one brain cell that I have that wasn't bathed in pharmaceuticals today. It's kind of a new one, and I've seen it, especially associated in sports, and it'll describe a player who's had a good game. It'll say such and such is him. What? You know, like what do you mean he is him? What the fucking word salad is this shit? Jesus Christ, man. I just can't.
I don't even know what you said.
It's making me hate
He is him? I mean, I thought they did away with the XFL jerseys a long time ago. He hate me. Not that I watched it.
Oh, no. Well, no. It's coming back. Now it's the UFL. So.
Yeah, they're doing so well. I don't know if you guys know this, that the XFL and USFL merged because they're each doing so amazingly individually. And that's why The Rock had to go back to WWE last night. I don't know. I forget I'm the only one that watches wrestling. Or do I?
It's all right.
No,
Don't know what you're talking about.
never.
All right, I got to tell you my last one I hate, man. I absolutely despise this, and it's probably because I'm fucking old and I'm okay with that. I hate when people say my pronouns are. My pronouns are because I have a couple pronouns. They're fucking you, and that's how I feel. I mean, what do you mean your pronouns are? Why are you so insecure that you have to address who and what you are and demand it upon me? I mean, quite honestly, I don't give a fuck. You do you, I'll do me, and that's how it'll be. You call yourself whatever you want. You call me whatever you want. It's none of my business how you feel about me. Just come up and say, hey, my name's Joe, Susie, Frank, John. I don't give a fuck. Tell me your name. I won't remember it. I'm going to call you whatever I want anyway. But that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Bearded. Nailed it. Because his pronouns are bearded monkey. He's not Dave. I'm not Eric. I'm VooDoo. I mean, right? Spider. That's your pronoun.
Identify that.
I identify as an asshole, apparently. What the fuck does that say? I can't read that.
Elbow cough.
Mine is representative.
He's like he's coughing into his elbow. We can't see him doing it.
I don't understand. Brent's pronouns are hairy ass. His pronouns are hairy ass. Well, who's his? Don't you mean they or their pronoun? Their pronouns are hairy ass? They or them? Dude, people gonna hate me more.
Starting.
Not even drinking tonight. Not even drinking.
Right.
I did just get a message from Doc saying, sorry, I'm not going to be able to be on the podcast tonight. Oh, fuck. Why did we pick this topic? I don't know. I know. We need Keenan to come out. We need Keenan to come out and start thinking uncomfortable silence.
But so another one of the things I hate.
Oh, you got
when somebody's sitting there and you're talking and you're telling a story or this and that, and then they chime in from the background. But I did this. It's like they want to one up what you said, and everything that you said means shit. But I gotta walk away from this. I just can't stand that shit.
one-uppers, man. That's where it's at.
That is just
Didn't I show you about that? Didn't I teach you about that?
Did you? No.
But isn't that how it goes? Let's go to Wicked Oak on Friday. Dude, didn't I teach you about Wicked Oak?
Yeah, you did.
That was me, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, same thing, right?
Of course, absolutely.
Same thing. Mr. Political Correctness here. He's like, I don't want to get fired. We need to be cognizant of DEI. Can anybody tell me what that is? Ed's falling asleep. The drugs are finally settling in. We need to be cognizant of DEI. Are we Googling it?
I am. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. Which makes sense.
Wait. If everybody's included, does it matter? If we include absolutely everybody in everything we do, we don't turn away anybody for any reason, any shape, or any form. But you don't have to fucking self-label or all that. I don't know, man. I've never turned away anybody.
When somebody imposes, it's not like, everybody's accepted. But it's like you do you, and that's your thing. But when you turn around, you force me to address you,
absolutely,
or address me as her. Well, how about what's your fucking name? Sarah. Fine, you're Sarah, and there you go. No, but don't impose. That's the problem.
We've got more than enough love for everybody, and it doesn't matter who you are or who you want to be. But like you said,
I grew up in
I got
partially.
I got DEI for you.
And down in Alphabet City, you had all kinds of people. So I grew up with gays, bi, everything, all kinds of things that are also labeled now, and the T, the Q, the F, the R.
Back then there was just Susie and Frank and John, and
exactly.
And
they were even members of the family. I had some in my family. So it's like, come on. It's like, who cares? Your family, you're this person, you're that person.
And you wanted to say something about DEI?
Yeah.
I'm a little afraid right now.
No, it stands for damn, Ed's an idiot.
Well, since I asked, maybe it stands for damn, Eric's an idiot. And we all know that. But the reality is, if we have to sit here and say diversity, equity, inclusion, the people who are sitting around taking the time to create that, they're creating the problem. They're the ones sitting out there saying, this exists. We need to address it and make it more than it is. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I think that there's a lot of people that have grown up accepting it for people who they are. And then there's also a lot of people that have decided to not accept it. And those are the problems.
Those are the problems.
Those are the problem people.
So why don't we address those people instead of being politically correct and addressing everybody? Because everybody gets a trophy these days. No, and if you wonder what I'm looking at, that's what spiders do. Not like fucking like Seinfeld. Desperado.
Follow it on
you. Right? All right, I guess we got too serious for me because I truly do love everybody, and it doesn't matter what you want to be called. I'm still going to call you fucker because that's pretty much what I call everybody. And it's all good because it's with nothing but love. And you know what time it is now, Big Eddie C? It's time for Florida Man. Get ready. Ooh.
I get asked all the time, why Tequila 512? And it would be real easy for me to say it's the 100% blue agave, the locally sourced volcanic spring water, the triple distillation, the 24-hour charcoal filtration. Hell, we could talk about the bourbon barrels, the oxygenation process, but at the end of the day, it just tastes damn good. Tequila 512, the official tequila of the VooDoo Chef.
Florida. Florida.
What's going on? Hey, it's time for Florida Man. If you don't know what Florida Man is, it's basically me and Ed. A bunch of yahoos that do some Yahoo stuff and make the headlines. That's not me and Ed. But Ed has some stories tonight that he's pulled out of the headlines or some shit he made up. And we have to figure out which ones are true Florida Man headlines and which ones are made up by Ed. And I got to tell you, I think Ed's kind of loopy tonight from the pain meds. No? Yeah? We'll find out as we play a little bit of Florida Man. Don't forget to chime in with what you think.
Tomorrow.
A fine line between DEI and male bovine excrement. Gotta love that. Carl Miller checking in. What's going on, Carl Miller? Just in time for whatever fuck this calls on. And I'm the one not drinking. Maybe Florida. I need to. Florida Man. All right, Big Eddie C. How many Florida Man stories do we have tonight?
We're going to start back with 3 tonight. I'll try to ramp it up to 4 or 5 as we go along. So tell me when you're ready, and I'll shoot the first one at you.
So is that 3, 4, or 5?
Yes.
3? 3 tonight? Three. All right. You're on. Go. He's locked up. You're up. Go.
Yeah. True or false?
We have a big delay.
Shit. True or false? I'd say that. Let's see. Florida woman calls for Sugar Daddy Appreciation Day at board meeting. True or false?
I'm going false. Everybody out there, let us know what you think. True or false? Sugar Daddy Appreciation Day at board meeting. I'm saying false.
I'm going to go false as well.
It's tough. It's just Florida. I'm gonna go with yes. True.
All right. So we got 2 falses, 1 true.
2 trues.
Oh, we got everybody checking in here. We got Sean Fleener checking in saying they got Ed on some good shit, man.
Glenn
Wiggins checking in, the official DJ, King Glenn of the VooDoo Chef. All right, Big Eddie C, what do we got? Is that true or false?
That's killing me.
It is true. It happened in Boca Raton.
Oh my goodness. We got people out there Googling it as we go. All right, so we got Brent checking in with a point. We got Don checking in with a point. Everybody else loose, and that's okay. Why do I feel like the true version of the Pat McAfee show? When Pat McAfee says, I don't know why anybody watches us. We suck. Millions and millions of followers. I think we're the real version.
Good old Boca.
Glenn, you spent too much time down there. Maybe you were that sugar daddy. Did he get it true? Oh, he might have been trying to throw a swerve. All right, Big Eddie C, let's go with number 2.
Okay, number 2. Florida man arrested while allegedly riding horse naked while under the influence.
So who was naked and under the influence? Florida man or the horse?
Florida man was arrested for allegedly riding a horse naked while under the influence.
True.
All right, here they'll come. Bearded's checking in with true. Spider's got true. Nick Nack, which way you going?
I'm going true on this one.
Going true. I'm going false. Sean Fleener checking in. It was him. Don's checking in. I'm the only one who said false. All right, Big Eddie C. Bearded says hairy ass. It would have been. He didn't say he was on a donkey. He said he was on a horse. Big Eddie C. What's the answer?
It is false. This happened in California. So,
Okay.
yep.
Because
Too much wine?
no, because the man identified as a woman, and he was doing Lady Godiva because that's California. All right, Big Eddie, see, we'll go with number 3 before I say some more shit that's going to get me in trouble.
He probably didn't get in trouble because he wasn't shitting in the street. So, okay, last one.
Must have been Southern California, not San Francisco then.
Last one. Florida woman tries to bring an emotional support snake onto a plane.
That is true.
It's going true as well.
That is true.
Snakes on a plane.
It's going true as well.
Damn.
It's on the movie. Must be okay.
No, emotional support snake. What more do you got to say? That's as fucked up, stupid as it gets. Did they identify her pronouns and everything else along with it? I bet she was a great human, wasn't she? Please don't get yourself canceled.
Yeah. Well,
what will I do on Tuesday? She identified as a dick shit. All right. All right. What do we got, Big Eddie? See.
not only was it true, it happened in Tampa. right here at Tampa International.
Oh, I would have had a stroke, dude. Fucking sitting there on a plane and somebody saying, "Welcome." That could be I'm just gonna stop because we've got Doc in the room and Doc's gonna be with us here real shortly. He's already sipping it up. Is that Jack in that, Doc? You drinking Jack already? That smile tells me that might be Jack you're drinking. Oh man. Guys, if you're checking in, you're tuning in right now, make sure you hit those share buttons. Share this out to everybody so they get to hear all the wisdom of Doc Barbecue. He'll be with us in just a couple seconds. That didn't happen at my job. Glenn is the jet master at the private airport. He pulls up like rich ass jets and gets people on and off of them, and he's just a CBA. And we got to get off this topic because I'm going to make lots of jokes that I probably should. Yeah. So, look what time it is. I'm just fine. We might bring Doc in early since he's here early, and I'm about to get in trouble. So, guys, get ready. Stay tuned. When we come back, we got Doc Barbecue.
What's going on, booties? It's time for a little VooDoo throwdown. You think you can take me? Let's see it. My pilots are lit. I've got my meals. I've got my 2 3.5 ounce ground beef burgers. And, of course, on our burgers, VooDoo does. And what we're going to do, we're going to do smash burgers. And I'm going to show you how fast it can be done. And if you think you can beat me, tag me, at me, slash me, duet me, whatever it is you do, and send it to me. Because we're about ready to go. And we're going to knock this out of the park. So time will start once the first piece of food hits the grill. And that's same for you. So, if you're going to play along, get ready to rock and roll, because it is on. Like your pilots, grab your me's, VooDoo like we do. All right, here we go. Get ready, homies. Oh, look at that first patty. Don't forget to season that bad boy. What? All right. Bun ready to come off. Lettuce on the bottom of the bun. Top bun, get ready to hold. Guys, it is coming. We're almost ready to flip this bad boy. Look at that. Now,
Smash burger, no cheating. Cooked all the way through, still juicy. No crispy edges. Gotta be cooked, gotta be moist. Still a double hand drip. All right, rocking and rolling. Your patties better look as good as mine, homie. Season both sides, no cheating. No cheating. You know, my friend Doc Barbecue says, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. No cheating. Here we go. Onions. Tomato. Oh, these yummy pickles. I love pickles. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you're ready. Fight me.
Have a burger competition, and you call it. We've got the Hillsboro entry into VooDoo Underground. To get VooDoo it is burgers, a smash blend of beef and pork. Of VooDoo, that pork's going to sweeten it up and make it oh so moist. But when the East Bay onion plays,
What the fuck was that?
That was a little weird, yeah.
Talk about a shitty edit. We're gonna have to get on the production team, man. We're gonna judge the docs in the back on what kind of shit. What did I sign up for tonight? What did I sign up for? And Doc, I'm not even drinking it. Just wait. Right? Right? We ain't gonna waste any time, man. We're not gonna fool around. We got one of the most badass dudes that I know graciously taking time to come hang out with us tonight. And I wasn't kidding when I was saying he's my primary care physician for all things barbecue. Welcome right now, my friend Ray Lampy, Dr. Barbecue. What's up, buddy?
Hey guys, good to see you, Eric. Always a pleasure. Happy New Year. Hope you survived the whole holiday thing.
Dude, I haven't had a cocktail in quite some time. So it's been low key.
I didn't realize that. You should have warned me. I really wasn't going to have one. You mean like 30 seconds or? No.
Tonight's going to be my first Jack in probably almost 2 months.
Oh.
And it's peer pressure. I got to drink with my fellow Jack brethren right there.
I'm actually drinking a gentleman Jack tonight. There was when the rage for bourbon, you got to wait in line and pay $100 for a bottle. I looked at my cabinet and said, well, I'm just going to start drinking some of that shit that's in there because I don't know what I'm saving. So if you come to my house now, you might drink like a signed bottle of Single Barrel or something. You never know. And whatever's there, we're just going to drink it. I'm not saving it for anything. But this happens to be a bottle of Gentleman Jack that someone gave me, and why not? I actually prefer regular old Black Label, but it was free, so here it is. Cheers.
I prefer the Black Label as well, but the reason I prefer the Black Label is because it doesn't matter if it's the Black Label, Sinatra, 10, 12, doesn't matter. I drink it all at the same rate. So when you're talking about a $20 bottle versus a $180 bottle, we're going to go with the $20 bottle.
Well, the green used to be good, and it used to be a bargain. And there was a time there where it was the same whiskey. I got good friends that work at the distillery, and it was the same whiskey, just a little off color. And but now it's the same price, so you don't even get a deal on that. So
they're coming out with so many different things right now. We have over there right now. We've got the maple, we've got the cinnamon, the honey, the apple, and then we do have the Sinatras, the 10s, the 12s. But there's probably at least 20 bottles of the Black Label because that's what we drink.
Well, those get drank up. That's why I got all this Single Barrel, and I mean, the barrel proof stuff, you got to be careful with drinking that stuff, man. Like you said, I drink it at the same pace, and it's 137 proof. You got to watch yourself. It's funny you say that. I'm going to throw a plug in right away. I'm doing a pop-up dinner in Ybor with, Dean Hurst, bartender.
No.
So Dean was the bartender at Burns for years and Haven, and he helped us put together our tiki bar. And he's working at a place called the Big Easy on 7th now in Ybor. And he asked me, a buddy of mine that worked with us at Dr. Barbecue is doing the kitchen. And he said, will you come and do a dinner with us? I was like, yeah, I'll always go do that. And he got Jack Daniels to come on board and sponsor it with their new bonded rye, which I haven't tried yet. I got a half a bottle to make some barbecue sauce with it. But so January 8th, if you're looking around Ybor and looking for something to do, come see us. It's going to be fun.
Man, let's throw, is there a website or a link for that we can post there?
There's something on my Instagram page right now. It's the Big Easy in Ybor, right on 7th and I think like 17th, something like that.
Yeah, it's right. It's right. Yeah, I know exactly where it's located. And that's a real nice location. And dude, I'm going to tell you that Jack Daniel's Bonded, the triple mash is probably my favorite of all of them. And
yeah, I really like that.
I mean, of all the Jack products, I think the triple mash is my favorite.
I was judging the Jack last year, so a year and a half ago or whatever, and I was sitting. It's really fun because you sit next to, you never know who you're going to sit next to. Kelly Pickler's husband, who's some kind of music dude, he used to judge all the time. Like the weatherman from Memphis is there judging, and I was judging next to some food writer guy, or I should say spirits writer. And he was there as a guest at Jack Daniels, and like the master distiller kept coming over and saying hi to him. And he's the one that told me about that. He said they got this new triple mash, and at the time it had just came out. And he said sampling that the other day. He said, "I'm telling you, it's really good." And I don't necessarily care, about expert opinions when it comes to my whiskey, but he was right on that one. It's good.
It is probably my favorite of all the labels right now. I have not had the 100% malt. They have a blue label that's 100% malt. Yeah. I do have the Woodford version of it, but not the Jack version. And I'm trying to get a hold of that. I just haven't been able to get it yet.
Well, he told me that they made the triple mash because the malt, they were all excited about it, but it wasn't ready. So that they blended it with the rye and the whatever the third one is. And that was the point of the triple mash, just to get something to the market.
Oh,
like you said, now there's just so many different things. It shouldn't be that complicated to drink whiskey.
No, it shouldn't. Just grab a bottle of Black Label and you're good to go, right? Mm-hmm. We're sitting here with Doc Barbecue Hall of Famer for you guys just tuning in. Get your questions ready. Feel free to type them in. Doc does have his big event coming up at the Big Easy on January 8th. It's food pairing. You can find the link for that in our little chat bar there. Click on that, save it to your events, and make sure you get out and check him out. I guarantee you will have an amazing time, and most importantly, you're going to get some damn good food.
There it is. Good job. You guys are on it, man.
Don't say you guys. Say Patrick. The millennial is all over.
Well, I know. I knew it was Patrick. I was trying to be nice.
Spider and I are just sitting here drinking bourbon, and Ed's trying to find the newspaper with the date on it to hold up to prove that this is a current video of him.
Yeah. Patrick got the fancy whiskey too. Look at
that. Oh, so Doc, man, what's new? You got the tasting coming up. Anything else going on? I mean, I don't know if you know this. Well, play along with me. I don't know if everybody out there knows this. I had Christmas dinner with Doc Barbecue this year. Doc, you didn't even know that, did you?
No, I didn't. It sure was fun though.
So I used your products on my Christmas dinner. I was sitting around, and we have a lot of mutual friends, and somebody threw me some of your product, and I came home, and I was just going, doing the standard. I grabbed the big fat cut of meat, and I was going to lace it up with VooDoo Chef Dirt, and I said, wait a minute, I'm going to have Christmas dinner with Doc. So I grabbed the bottle that I have, and man, I dumped it all over this stuff. I think we have pictures somewhere. I could be wrong. But then I put it in the sous vide and put it in the sous vide 153 degrees for 48 hours. Pulled it out, did a nice little reverse sear. Then I deglazed and made a gravy in the pan. So your flavors were through this entire process here, and I got to tell you, it was absolutely amazing. Tell us about the Chicago style seasoning that you have.
Yeah, that was so there's 4 of them, and this is the one that was really the new one. I wanted to make a steak and chop seasoning. Chicago, we that's how we think about it. It's not a steakhouse. It's not steak and chop. We always think that way because we like pork too. And I wanted to make something that was, salt, pepper, garlic, and then a little something else to it with a nice texture. I didn't want it all like the Montreal seasoning, and I love that stuff, but I didn't want it quite that much texture to it. So this is really made for steaks and pork chops and burgers. But I find myself at home now. I've always been a Lawry's seasoned salt guy, and little by little, this is replacing that in my kitchen, sort of by accident. So it's salt, pepper, garlic. It's really become my all-purpose, though. I'm really happy with this one, and it was a new one for this project.
Well, I got to tell you, we put it on. Like I said, we threw it in that sous vide. You can see the meat here. The meat fell apart. That's great, the sous vide process, and of course, your seasoning just made it taste amazing. And then again, I used the fond that was on the pan from the sear, and I made the gravy out of it. So we got your flavors all through that as well. Just an amazing product.
Oh, there it is. Yeah,
I love your video on the Chicago beef. I got to try that. I think you call it the 5-minute Chicago beef.
Yeah, right. I'm actually suspended from Facebook at the moment, and I really didn't do anything. I know everybody says that, but somehow an Instagram account that I have nothing to do with somehow connected to my Facebook page, and I'm suspended because that Instagram account breaks the rules or something. And I don't really know what to do. I'm kind of hoping they'll just reinstate me at some point and I can change my password and move on. But so anyway, that's where that video was. I'll have to repost it somewhere again. But anyway, so there's the Italian beef is what we eat in Chicago. Everybody wants to pin that deep dish pizza on us. That's not what Chicago people eat. That's for tourists. It really is. Nobody would eat that on a regular basis. It's all right. And then the hot dogs are a real thing, but Italian beefs with a specific Chicago Italian bread is really what we eat all the time. And I wanted to make this recipe for a seasoning. I always made them at home since I lived in Florida. Now we have Portillo's at least, but up till then I had to make it myself. I bought a slicer. And so I'm following the Italian beef place page on Facebook. And I make the seasoning, and it's a half a cup of the seasoning, a half a cup of oil, and 3 cups of water. And that's it. And so, but I would always make my own beef and slice it. And these guys on that page are going to Publix or whatever grocery store, buying a pound of deli roast beef. Because, you make this intense Italian jus. It doesn't matter. Just don't buy anything weird. It's Italian, it's beef. And so now that's what I do. My slicers collecting dust out in the garage. So literally 5 minutes, you get it warmed up. The 3 cups of water, half cup of rub, half a cup of olive oil, get it warmed up. And you just kind of break the slices in half of the deli beef. Literally in 5 minutes, you've got a great Italian beef sandwich. It's really, I generally, like you, Eric, I like to cook. I'm not looking for shortcuts generally, but this one is just hard to pass up.
When something makes sense, you just got to go with it, right?
Yep. And now it becomes a Tuesday night when you're busy dinner instead of special occasion when you got all day to cook and slice,
Oh, I haven't had the chance to make that one yet. I've seen your video numerous times. I'm like, fuck, I got to get on that. But my biggest question is, what type of bread do you use, and do you dunk it?
You definitely dunk it. Well, you don't dunk it. You soak it. You dip it. You dip the whole. So the way it goes, I was a truck driver in Chicago for 25 years. And in the morning, like so many places, as you were driving around, you would see the bread was long, like the Cuban bread, and you'd see a big bag of it leaned up against the door at pretty much every restaurant in town. And there was two main people that made it, both Italian, Gonella and Turano. And little by little, Gonella became more of a commercial outfit. So they don't really sell so much in the retail stores. Toronto went the other direction. And Toronto is actually in my hometown, Berwyn, where I grew up. It was just started out as a little Italian bakery. But anyway, it's like, you know, Amorosa or even the Cuban bread. It's a piece of French bread, but it's just high gluten. So it's really like stretchy, almost like chewy, and it's just got a different texture
to it.
Yep, they're all similar. Everybody's got their favorite bread, but this one's just a little different, and that's the characteristics of it. But what happened was, so you get the fresh bread every morning, you make this beef that's sitting in all this au jus, and you got bread from yesterday. So if I order the one that's dipped, which I'm all in on, you get to use yesterday's bread. I don't care, because you're dunking it in. You make the sandwich, you dunk the whole thing right in the pot of au jus. It's sopping wet, but man, it's the way to eat it. So now if you order one that's not all wet like that, you'll get the fresh bread. So that's kind of a nice payoff too. The bread, though, is like a really hard thing to get for Chicago people. And again, it's not the same, but they have it at Gordon Food Service. I don't know if there's one in St. Pete. I don't know if there's any others around town. They actually have it there. You got to ask, or if they have it up on the shelf, they may have a bag out there, 12 rolls, but it'll be getting old. Like nobody buys it except the Chicago freaks.
We just got to dip it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but you got to scrape the mold off of it too. But yes, I mean, I'll buy it. If it's been sitting there and it's looking a little old, I'll still buy it. But if you ask them, they usually have frozen in the back, and it, you know, bread freezes really well. So look for that. If you really want to do it the right way, go to Gordon Food Service and get the true Turano, Turano.
Yeah, we can get that through Cisco as well.
Right. Yeah. Right. Well, that's why you see when you see these Chicago restaurants around town, and you know, I mean, I like them for being what they are, but in general, they buy the bread. It's like the cheesesteak restaurants. Everybody's got Amoroso bread. You know, I mean, it's gettable. So you know, it's okay. It's kind of like generic Cisco Italian beef. It's all right, but mine's better.
But you know, as good as the 5 minute and the meal I had, people are talking crazy about your peach chipotle. What's so fire about your peach chipotle?
You know, yeah, that's the one that's catching on. We kind of knew it would, because out of the four, that's the sweet one. That is the one that is the real barbecue rub. I got a slab of ribs in the fridge right now. I got to cook, and that's what I'll put on there. So you know, when you're tasting it raw, it's sweet. It's much more palatable than some of the others straight out on a little plastic spoon. But it starts with one of my old cookbooks. I wrote a recipe for peach chipotle barbecue sauce. I made it one word, peach chipotle. And matter of fact, I got to trademark that at one of these days. I probably should. My accountant told me that the other day. But anyway, there was barbecue. So when we opened a restaurant, we started making that barbecue sauce as our sweet sauce. So, you know, the peach and chipotle is a great combination. Peaches got that great peachy flavor. Sweet is what you would want to make the barbecue sauce, and then add the chipotle to smoky spice to it. Really, it was a nice combination. So we actually had that being made by Newlywed Foods, and we were serving it in the restaurant, and it was going to come to market. So our whole barbecue sauce project started right about the beginning of COVID. And then when we couldn't get bottles for literally 6 or 8 months, and then the price of the bottles tripled or whatever. And then by the time we got around to doing it, the price of the product had tripled, and it just was not viable. It was just an impossible project at that point. And we just gave up on it finally. But anyway, I didn't want to when we got done with the restaurant, I didn't want to do barbecue sauces. There's so much more trouble to do sauce than rub. It breaks, it freezes. You got to buy bigger batches. You got to worry about hot packing maybe, or cold packing, and a bigger bottle, smaller bottle. Such a pain to do barbecue sauce. And luckily, the rubs are going wild right now. So I was like, oh, I'm not doing a sauce, but I love that combination. So let's make a peach chipotle rub. And with our buddy Greg, who's the master of that, I mean, he's the one. I basically told him what I wanted, and he, you know how he is. He can do anything, and he made a great tasting rub. So yeah, the peach chipotle is the one at the moment. That's the one getting all the attention for sure. Competition guys even starting to use it now.
So Doc, just so you know, every time you say peach chipotle, just say TM afterwards. So say
Okay.
peach chipotle TM, and people will just think it's trademarked, and you won't have to worry about it.
Okay. Yeah, I learned my lesson with that one time. You ever call a lawyer to tell somebody to quit using your name that you trademarked?
Yeah, how's
I
that
hope you
going?
never have to. It doesn't really go well.
Most time I got people calling me, telling me to stop talking shit.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you spend the lawyer money on the bad end when you're defending yourself.
Oh, that's why I got enough people chasing me around telling me to shut up. Spider told me I need to start drinking tonight. I get in more trouble when I don't drink than when I do.
And you're kind of antsy when you're not drinking. It's that natural buzz.
So Doc, before we keep going, we got to know the website where we can buy the product.
It's easy enough. drbarbecue.com, same old website, drbbq.com. By the way, Dr. Barbecue is trademarked, and I will sue your ass. So Dr. Barbecue, drbbq.com. Like I said, that's been my website forever. I was lucky enough to buy that right, when the .coms were becoming a thing. I was like, I better buy this. I didn't know what I was going to do with it, but so I've had it for years, and that's it.
Everybody's got to jump over to drbarbecue.com. You can buy all of the flavors there. And you can also go to his Instagram to get all the information. Instagram.com/real Dr. Barbecue. And make sure you check that out. Throw the hearts, throw the likes, the shares, whatever it is you do. And somebody just checked in here and said, I just trademarked peach chipotle. But that's okay. They did 2 words, so we're still safe.
Yeah, luckily I'm all right.
And they spelled it wrong.
It was in my cookbook like early on, and so I do have some sort of stance with it, but whatever. It's like about getting old, you get old, you don't worry about stuff like that so much.
Right? It's like I think it was you who told me you just don't respond to people anymore because people want to pick a fight just to get on your coattail.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that's a pretty fucking smart idea.
I did it accidentally. I picked a fight with Paul Kirk, who was the big deal barbecue competition guy. And I picked a fight with him, 25 years ago, like when the internet was first starting. And he was coming on talking about he'd won 7 world championships. And I didn't really think he had. And I was pretty much aware of what he was trying to talk about. And I called bullshit on him and picked a big fight. And it was good for my career. I didn't think about it when I was doing it, but it ended up being good for my career. So I've learned my lesson. Try not to get in those fights.
I keep calling people out, man. They just don't respond.
They ignore you. Yeah. That's usually how it goes.
I want to say for a moment here, speaking of fights, I almost ended up in one when I went to Chicago for my first and only time back in '98. I made the mistake of asking for ketchup on a hot dog, and nobody told me.
Yeah, you might get your ass kicked for that. That's a real thing. I don't know why. It's just not, it became one of those things. But truly, my whole life in Chicago, you go to get a hot dog. So, the mustard, that green relish, onions, tomato, what else goes on there? A pickle spear, celery salt. Sport peppers, yeah. That's really true. I mean, that is genuinely. You may find a place that does a chopped pickle or something, or circles instead of the slices, or you may get chopped tomato. You may not get the seeded bun. There's a couple of knockoff Viennas, that you might see taste the same. But ketchup is not something you will ever find added to that combination. That is just, I'll take you to Jimmy's on Grand and Pulaski. I've been eating there for 50 years. I mean, literally, it hasn't changed. And these guys, they really look like they would jump over the counter and kick your ass if you ask for it. And there's a cardboard sign like somebody, cut a hunk of the box off of the in the back in the kitchen. It's all greasy and it just says no ketchup. Don't even ask. And I recently heard about a place. What was the deal? Oh, you could have ketchup, but you have to do a dance. And it said, and we're not kidding. If if you want ketchup for your hot dog, cool. You got to dance for it. And that's not a joke. So, I mean, it's that serious of a thing. It's really funny. That's one of those. And unfortunately, when you get to travel to these cities and you see people's stuff, sometimes it's bullshit. I generally blame New York food writers because they don't want to go and actually do the homework. So they just take the same story and run with it over and over and over. Like the deep dish pizza is a perfect example. That's not what people in Chicago eat. It really, I mean, next time you're there and you go eat at Gino's East, ask around where those folks that are at the other tables are from. They're not from Chicago. They're from Iowa and, California and shit. I mean, somehow we got tagged with that. But the no ketchup thing, I'm telling you, you might get your ass kicked for that.
It was close. They got me to eat the dog without ketchup, but I said, look, I can't do onions. I can do all the other shit. But that's the trade-off. They're okay with that.
Off. Yeah, you can take stuff off. That's allowed, but you can't add ketchup.
No.
Guys, we're here with Doc Barbecue. If you have questions, get those ready. Most importantly, check him out on his Instagram site. We got that in the chat bar. You can log on to drbarbecue.com to pick up all his sauces and seasonings. Actually, just seasonings. We talked about that. Sauces are a pain in the ass to get in a bottle.
I'm so glad I never did. I did it years ago, but I'm not going back to that.
So people really wanted me to bottle ranch dressing. Bottle your ranch. I'm like, no, can't get bottles. It's mayonnaise based. You got to get the pH just right. It's a pain in the fucking ass. I go, I'll just give you the recipe for the seasoning mix. And I stopped and I'm like, well, fuck, we'll just bottle the seasoning mix and put the recipe on the side. So that's what we ended up doing. And now we've got Zing out there. And if you want to have the best ranch ever, go to VooDooChef.com and pick up a bottle of Zing.
The other thing people don't think about, let's say your ranch is the best ranch ever, and you get it on the shelf at Publix. So Hidden Valley Ranch, well, it's not cheap anymore, but so let's say it's $2.79. And how much is the Voodoo Chef bottle? There's no way you can compete.
$5.99.
Yeah, if you're lucky. And so then people are like, oh yeah, I heard that's really good, but this one's only $2.79. I think I'll buy this one. And it's a miserable business at that sort of level. I see these guys all excited getting into Publix, and I'm thinking, I'm not sure that's the best move, man.
I could go on for days about that. And talk about 5 figures that still are owed to me. And those 5 figures have a decimal point at the end of them, not in the middle of them. And it's just the way business operates at that level. And it's not a fun place to be. And when we had the opportunity to go back on the shelf on the main line, I said no. I said absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't have any aspiration to that at all. And especially we're seeing, especially with the rubs, we're seeing a market at Academy Sports, Cabela's, those places, Ace. Right. Aces are doing really well. And that's more of a specialty market where somebody might be willing to pay a price that a local guy needs, an independent guy needs. You're not necessarily sitting there next to the $2.79 product or less. I was once in a car with, so I'm so lucky to be friends with all the famous barbecue guys. I'm in a car one time in Chicago with Dave Raymond, who started Sweet Baby Ray's, him and his brother Larry, and Famous Dave, who we don't see a lot of Famous Dave around here, but there's 500 of them restaurants around the country with his name on it. So I'm riding with these guys, and Dave, and so they both sell a shitload of barbecue sauce, as you can imagine. And Dave Anderson from Famous Dave is just railing on Sweet Baby Ray because it's just bullshit. You can't sell barbecue sauce because his is only 99 cents
Right.
most of the time on sale, and it's just bullshit. And he shouldn't do that. I mean, they both had sold their companies and had retired young and wealthy, or well, I should say. But it was pretty fun to be. And then we drove through Humboldt Park, which is like literally, it was like we were in some crackhead movie. We're in one of them, Dave Raymond's got this piece of shit. Like, it's a really nice BMW, but like he never took it back to the dealer or got the oil changed. Like, so he's got this like 3-year-old $80,000 Beamer that's just a piece of shit, and we're ready to break down. And we're in Humboldt Park, and you got we've never been whiter in our lives, the three of us, in this piece of shit Beamer, and we're in the crackhead Humboldt Park. I always remember it would have been pretty. What a way to die! Like 3 barbecue Chicago legends die in Humboldt Park. But imagine the 3 of us walking into your restaurant to have lunch and sitting down at the table. It was a pretty fun day.
Dude, I wish that I had the shelf space and movement that Sweet Baby Ray's had.
It's crazy now. Well, he sold a long time ago, and Ken's, who's the big salad dressing company at the time, and now they've taken it and run with it. It's unbelievable how much shelf space they have, and I think it must all sell because Publix don't mess around. If your stuff's not selling, they squeeze you down a little bit, and they even have a ridiculous amount.
I'm speaking for my experience only. If it's not moving, the manager has a right to take it off the shelf and throw it in the dumpster, and they charge it right back to you.
I was going to say, yeah, they don't give you your money back, right?
No, they charge it right back to you. They say, this didn't sell, we want our money back. And you have to pay a charge.
They don't
back.
mess around at all. It's really, I mean, I have a love-hate relationship with Publix as a Floridian because, the stores are nice. They couldn't be nicer to you. It's fun to go there. But, man, you better not want, like, the 4th best-selling hamburger helper because they ain't going to have that one. There's only going to be 3.
Listen, I went into Publix
as everybody else.
I went into Publix the other day, and I swear to God above and Lucifer below, I'm not making this up, in the spice aisle, they had on clearance Publix brand black pepper. So that's how you know those motherfuckers are ruthless when they'll eat their own, man.
Yeah, man. That's tough. I would say that the manager does have that ability. Who works at did you ever go to the Spice House in St. Pete that was downtown by the park there? A guy named Paul had it. I think it's called the Spice House. Yeah. Paul works at my local Publix. His son-in-law or somebody, Paul sold the spice shop, and his son-in-law or somebody's the manager at my Publix that I go to, and Paul's there working, so I see him all the time.
Dude, please give him my best, man. They're great people.
I wonder if Paul's the guy that rejected that bogus black pepper, probably. I wonder if it was that Publix.
Oh, we got Nashawn McMillan checking in. He is the official photographer of the VooDoo Chef. He'll be out at all of our events this year. Make sure to check him out. And Doc, make sure that he gets some good shots of you when we're hanging out. I truly expect to see you at the golf tournament this year, my friend.
Yeah, I love the golf tournament. I got to make sure I get it on the calendar because I love the golf tournament. It's fun. I always like hanging out with you guys. It's always a good time. You always treat me royally, and I appreciate it. And sorry, I don't think I made it to anything this year, but I will make a change this year for that. I promise I'll get somewhere.
Doc, my favorite event that you participated in with us was the Celebrity Cook-Off, and we haven't done this in a couple years. COVID kind of squashed this, but we got to have you out as part of our Celebrity Cook-Off event where we have local celebrities come out and national celebrities and cook with students. And at the end of the night, we recognize and award one of the students with a scholarship. So I don't know if that's something that you'd be interested in coming back and doing again, but that was just such an amazing time. Here you are working with Alexis Quinones, and that's AJ from AJ's Kitchen Drawer.
So
Doc,
what you may not see is they had them really. They had always have them nice, sharp shun knives at the Epicurean.
Right.
And so we're looking at our team, and Johnny B was cooking, and whoever else was cooking with us, I forget. But I was like, probably the most skilled knife guy. So I was like, well, I'll do the prep. I'll cut the veg and whatever we got to cut. And I stabbed, you poke yourself with the end of the knife. I poked myself in the finger almost immediately, and I was bleeding. And I didn't want to tell them guys. I was kind of embarrassed. So I had like a paper towel wrapped on it, and I'm cutting away and trying not to bleed on the vegetables. I never told anybody that till tonight. They would have been like with a paper towel wrapped around my finger in some of them pictures.
Dude, that's industry standard, man. That's happened to everybody. How many times, right?
Oh yeah, I was glad I didn't cut myself bad. Right? I mean, it happens. We all do it. But yeah, I'd love to come and do that again. That was really a lot of fun. How's Johnny? I ain't seen Johnny B in a while. He's all skinny.
Right? I so wanted Johnny to call in and ask Doc Barbecue a question as Dr. Barbecue, because he does such a great impersonation of you.
Oh, yeah.
But he's on the air right now, so he couldn't do it.
That's a whole one, man. Look how much hair I got.
Me too. What the fuck? We've done a lot of stuff together, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate. This is an event you came out to the school, and we did where we talked to students all day. And, here's a little panel discussion where you guys were talking.
Right? With Greg Bacon.
Yeah, Greg, Mike Mensch, and I think that's the chef, but that's Trey from James Joyce. And here we are at the golf tournament.
Yeah, there you go.
Doc brought me his swag bag from the Jack, and I was like, oh, fuck yeah. Why do we always seem to end up around the Jack stage, buddy?
It happens, it's all right.
I think this is Pig Jig one year.
Oh, yeah, that's what that is. Yes, okay. Yeah, sorry, I didn't even make it there this year.
Oh, you got to come hang, man. You got to come hang.
That's a fun one. I like that one.
Always a good time when Doc's around. So, Doc, we've got the parades coming up. You're more than welcome to come play with us in the parades. We're doing a couple collaborative dinners, kind of like you're doing over at the Big Easy. We've got some coming up in March, April, and May. You're always welcome to come hang out and play with us. And speaking of playing with us, I hope you're going to stick around and play a little trivia with us tonight.
Sure, happy to. I still got some of my cocktail left, so I'm good.
You know what? I'm going to have to start drinking mine so I don't get in trouble. We've got the link for anybody that wants to jump in and play trivia. Now is the time to click that link. You have, I don't know. I'm out of videos, so you have now to do it because the video production is horrible. Then we're not going to play another video. So if you want in on trivia, jump in now. And we're going to get this rock and roll. And click that link. It'll put you in the room. Jimmy, you've been waiting for this all night. Go to that chat bar. Click that link. Sean, if you're still out there, jump in. Otherwise, we are going to get a little VooDoo trivia going right now.
Man, you guys got a high dollar production. Look at that stuff.
Right? Dude, we this was all just for you, buddy. All for you.
I'm so impressed.
It's like some Kevin Smith.
Dude, if that's all it takes, we'll show you some of the other ones we made. I mean, you know what? While we're waiting for people to log in, look at this one, Doc. Let's give a big shout out to all our sponsors. Make sure and check them out and support them because they support us and allow us to come and hang out with you guys. You can find them. They'll be at the end of the podcast. Make sure you check them all out and show them some love. If not, here, would you like that one, Doc?
Yeah, that one was a little busy for me, the graphic of it, but that's a good thing when it's the sponsor page.
Right. I mean, I'd love to have to go to 2 pages. We're not going to turn anybody away. So if anybody wants to jump in and join us.
Well, you always are complimentary of me coming and having a good time. The reason I like to come to your events, first of all, it is a good time. But Eric, I always know you're doing something good with if you can make some money off that golf outing, I know you're going to do something good with it. And that's the main reason I always want to come and help support you.
Well, I appreciate that, Doc. I don't know if you know, since the time you were with Alexis, we helped send her to culinary school. She got her degree in baking and pastry. She came back to Tampa, was the assistant general manager at Alessi Bakery for the better part of 5 years. And then she decided she was going to join the U.S. Coast Guard. And she is now cooking down on a base in Miami. She bought a house on Collins Avenue, and she's just doing amazingly well. So,
good for her.
That's what we try to do, and we want to keep doing that. We couldn't do it without people like you. So enough sappy shit. It's time for some competition, and I am very competitive, Doc. I got to tell you. So here we go. Jimmy, scroll up to where it says, want to get in on trivia? Click or tap this link. And that's it. You click or tap that link, and you got 30 seconds to do it. It's in the chat bar. 30 seconds.
People, they're intimidated because I'm here, that they know they can't win.
Well, everybody's going to blame the stream. It's the stream. It's the delay. No, it's watch this, Big Eddie. See, it's the delay in the synapse trying to jump the gap in your brain, fuckers. Do you like that, Ed? That was just for you. All right, so
his synapse is not running all day.
Ed had some injections in his neck today. He's heavily medicated right now. All right, so here's the rules. Patrick is going to ask some trivia questions. I have no clue what the topic is. What's the topic tonight?
So I picked some questions all about 2023. Figured to wrap up the year to move into the new one.
All right, wrap up of the year 2023. Like I was paying attention, right? So Patrick will read the question. Once the question is done, if you think you know the answer, simply shout out your name only. Patrick will call upon whomever he hears first, and they will have the opportunity to answer the question. If they answer the question right, they get 1 point. If they get it wrong, Patrick will let us know, and everybody else can then in turn shout out their name again, and we will continue until somebody gets it right. You do not get 2 opportunities to answer the question. So once you get it wrong, you are eliminated.
I watch Jeopardy. I watch Jeopardy every day. So you guys, I want to warn you.
It does not have to be in the form of a question, but we will still accept it. How many questions tonight?
So we have our normal 10 questions and tiebreaker if we need it, but we'll see where we're at.
10 questions. The person with the most correct at the end wins. And the winner of tonight's VooDoo games will receive the opportunity to have their name entered into a drawing where they could be selected to win a prize to be named at a later date. So good luck to everyone. Patrick, I turn it over to you.
All right. So first question I have. Which celebrity had a high-profile ski accident trial?
Ed. Gwyneth Paltrow.
That is correct.
Who?
What the
Move on.
Did you hear that?
Little fancy thing here, right?
Wait, let's hear the bad one.
Bad one?
Oh, nice. Hey, nobody wants to hear that.
All right. So question number 2. According to Spotify, which was the most globally streamed song of 2023?
VooDoo. Some Taylor Swift shit.
That's a good guess, but no.
Right.
Right.
It's that Mariah Carey Christmas song.
Not correct. Another good guess, though.
I didn't hear the sound on that.
Shut up. Yeah. Doc, you got it wrong. Apparently, I'm in limbo.
Spider, got a guess? No guess? Just because. Hey, you got any guess?
No, I heard it the other day on the Today Show, and I fucking forgot.
Fair enough. So the correct answer actually was Flowers by Miley Cyrus.
That was it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
Question number 3. How do I log on to play trivia?
Question number 3.
I'm gonna get a lot of fucking texts tomorrow.
I'm sure. All right, number 3. Which legendary rock singer that's typo. Which legendary rock singer announced his retirement from touring in February 2023? Ray.
Elton John.
Not correct.
Bing.
Your turn's coming.
Can you read it again,
I
please?
can. Which legendary rock singer announced his retirement from touring in February 2023?
Ed. Rod Stewart.
No, they're on.
All right.
No guess.
No guess. No guess. All right. So because correct answer was Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, God, dog it.
I'm trying to throw a kind of softball. Kind of in your world of music.
I tried. Ozzy's never gonna die.
All right, so hopefully you get a couple of you guys might know this.
Well,
if you watch football, just 1 point ahead. So if anybody here watched football on Thanksgiving Day, hopefully you'll know this answer. Which iconic artist performed at halftime of the Dallas Cowboys Thanksgiving game? Ed.
Dolly Parton.
That is correct. That is correct. Okay, 2 points for Ed. Moving on to question number 5.
2023 sucked.
I guess for some people, yeah. All right. So if you do not have Apple TV, you might not know the answer to this one. You might not. You still might. It's kind of pop culture. All right. What food does Ted Lasso give to his colleague? VooDoo.
I'm going to say biscuits.
Correct.
If you haven't seen Ted Lasso, it's probably the greatest show on TV.
All right. Question number 6. What is the name of Taylor Swift's 2023 concert tour? VooDoo.
Ed.
Correct.
Because I was going to go as Red Aaron. I don't even know if that's a fucking thing.
All right, I got a tie game here. Moving into question number 7.
Uh-oh. Who's tied? Spider and Doc?
Oh, yes, they technically are. Yeah. So,
It's fucking good too.
I mean, technically. All right, number 7. Who is Time's Person of the Year? VooDoo.
Taylor Swift.
That is correct. VooDoo takes the lead.
You just answered Taylor Swift for every question.
You got to do something.
It's heavily loaded to the Swifties, and I didn't know Eric was one.
You know who the Swiftie is.
I got jokes. I'm going to keep them. I better start drinking. I'm going to get in trouble.
All right, number 8. What was the most Google searched movie of 2023?
Ed.
VooDoo.
Oppenheimer.
Not correct. Ed.
Barbie.
Barbie's correct. Barbie was correct. Yep.
What's the lady's name in Barbie?
I haven't seen it.
So is it Margot Robbie? Does that sound right?
Yeah. Yep.
So she produced the movie. So if you have enough money, you can just buy your way into a movie. Is that how that works?
Yeah. If you're willing to bankroll that shit, sure.
I think, Doc, how long till I can bankroll a movie called Doc Barbecue?
It wouldn't be that hard. I guarantee I'm considerably cheaper than Barbie.
I think I got about 8 inches to go, huh? I can't even see the bottom of you. Oh my
God!
God!
Due for a trim. Mine's getting when it gets down too long, it gets to be a hassle. So,
dude, braid it.
No.
No. You're not trying to look like the guy from Android. Come on.
If we do a voodoo event, you got to braid that shit, dude. Like hardcore biker style.
No, I'm not doing that.
Just one braid. Just one Viking braid.
At this point, my look is what it is. I ain't changing it.
I don't know. I got
Except Mother Nature's
Jack,
changing
you might
it.
be able to get it.
Remember my badass flat top? Long gone.
I do. We're gonna get you a bandana. We're gonna braid that thing. We'll get you some hoops.
I had an earring one night in the 70s. We stayed up all night, me and my buddy, and we were drunk, and we convinced his girlfriend to like do 2 ice cubes. You know how you do that, and put an earring in our ear. And the next day, I went to I was hungover like a dog, and I went to with a bunch of old friends like from grammar school or something. And they were all giving me shit about it. So I went home and took it out and never had an earring again. My buddy kept his till he died. He's dead now, but he kept his forever. He liked it, but it wasn't my thing.
Oh, I'm gonna get some more, Doc. I'm gonna get some more.
So right here in the middle, right? The little bull ring in the middle.
No,
right?
no bull ring. I want the big hoop. I want the big hoop though. No. What about this one up here? That goes through that.
With the
piece
2
right
little
there.
dots on the side of your nose. That just.
Oh God.
What if you like, you run your face into something? It's gotta hurt. I mean, it happens,
I just like to come up with it.
TSA is gonna love you.
All right, what question we on here? And what's the score?
We're on question number 9, and we got a still a tie game. We got 3-3 and 0-0 at the back end. So
there's
still time.
6, man.
Wait.
Someone's got to cover your 6.
Question readers like kind of like ballsy there the way you talk shit. Isn't it?
I'm just saying, you have to score, Dave.
Just because you know
Give me
every
the
answer.
All right. Question number 9. What streaming service did Suits have a revival on? VooDoo.
Netflix.
Netflix is correct.
Suits, another great show.
You have any questions for old people?
Unfortunately not. Good. Looking at my left 2 here, no. I'm sorry. Not gonna lie.
What
The
year,
Ozzy Osbourne question was for old people, I guess.
what year was Jack named whiskey of the year?
I'd have to look on the side of the bottle, right? I'm
Is it
not
not?
sure.
7 gold medals since 1904. 1904 World's Fair. Jack took home the prize. It was for old people.
Yeah, of course. It's all good.
I knew the answer.
All right.
All right. Question number 10.
Question 10. Who played the main character in Wednesday? VooDoo.
Jenna Ortega. What?
Correct.
Look at that. I got a cheater. We're high tech, Doc.
That's because you got like 2 in a row. Right?
Oh, man. I'm going to have my name entered into a drawing where I could be selected the winner of a prize to be named at a later date. How awesome is that?
I got a prize for you.
I'm sure you do, buddy. I'm sure you do. Hey, Doc, man, I absolutely love hanging out and talking shit with you, man, whether it's on the internet or when we're in person. We really have to do some more events together.
Yes, we do. I agree. That was the good thing about getting out of the restaurant. The first year was a little rocky because everybody thought I was still going to have the restaurant. But these days now I'm ready to do some fun stuff like that. So, let's discuss. I did a event with Chef Renee, Renee from the Taco Bus. I did an event with him. It was good. It was really good. He's great, man. He's got it going on. He's got a little commissary and of course his food's great. It was really a lot of fun.
Yeah, it has not been the same since he left the bus, and I'm so glad that he opened up the new place.
He's got a lot going on. He had way more going on than I realized when you go there and get in it with him. It was really, I had a good time. We did an event at that Southern, I think it was called Southern Brewery, kind of over by Seminole Heights. And it was great, man. They got they kind of appreciated it there. The people were cool. They liked it. And yeah, it was fun. So I got time to do that kind of stuff. And I would like to do more. So yeah, let's discuss.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe we could do an episode of Booties Unite where we do a stream and you're cooking where you are and I'm cooking where I am. And we just have fun and talk shit and play. And God knows, Ray's kind of, subdued here in the podcast. God forbid you get out there around grills with him. He talks more shit than anybody.
I'm just trying to be nice. It's the first day of the year, second day of the year. I don't want to be, trying to not be too much of an asshole by the second day of the year. You want to build as the year goes on.
Give it 3 more.
Yeah. Call me on the 10th. I'll be a complete asshole.
I'm asked to do an event with you and Johnny, and I'm like, how hard could it be? We're grilling chicken wings. I ain't never fucking cooked on a green egg before. And I'm just like, it's a fucking grill, right? No. And I'm like, there ain't no fucking gas. I grew up in a kitchen, man. I'm a stainless steel jungle kind of guy. Someone had to light the fucking green egg. And then I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this thing. You got to open a top and a bottom.
Wait. Don't forget you got a burpee.
Right? Yeah, well, Spider didn't burp his grill, blew up in his face. I got my chicken wings on the fucking grill, and I'm opening it up to make sure these things are cooking. Here comes Doc quietly walking behind me. If you're looking, you ain't cooking. And I'm like, you motherfucker, leave me alone. I think that was the first time we met, dude.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, that was a great day. You know what would really be fun, Doc? Let's go on Johnny's. And, Johnny and I, we did a couple events where, we went in with the guy from Flan Factory. Johnny made a Cuban. The Flan Factory made a Cuban. I made a Cuban. And we just went in and we all tasted each other's food and hung out. Yeah, we did the same thing with Derek Wally with pork butts. Maybe you and I could come up with an item. You cook, I cook. And it's not a competition. We just go in and share food and talk about food and have a good time and do it live on Johnny's show.
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice to have something to eat while you're there. What the heck? That's what we do.
Right?
To me, anyway, I don't know about everybody, but part of the passion for cooking is I love the food. I like to talk about it, poke at it, read about it, talk about it, cook it, and eat it, man. It's, it's all part of the deal.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we'll be in touch. We'll figure out what we can do in the meantime. Guys, go back in that chat bar, hit up Doc's Instagram. It is Real Dr. Barbecue on Instagram. Make sure you throw him a like, a follow, a share. I don't know what the fuck it's called. I'm old too. And on that page, you'll be able to find the information for the January 8th collab dinner that he's doing at the Big Easy down in Ybor City. Going to be a great night because if Doc's involved, it's going to be high quality and it's going to be good. Doc, I am so, so happy that you took time to come hang out. First podcast of our year, first podcast in about 2 months. And I'm telling you, I'm excited that you were the one to come kick us off, man. You're always a pleasure to hang out with, my friend.
Well, it's an honor to be here. Always a pleasure to see you guys. And, I don't think I've ever said no to a podcast ever. This is certainly one of the better ones. They're not all quite as well put together, but I'll do them anyway. You never want to say no. It's always you appreciate being asked.
But we're here every Tuesday, Doc. You can come hang out anytime you want, my friend.
I'll do that.
Till next time, guys. Thanks for checking out the VooDoo Chef podcast. Remember, you can find all the replays on our YouTube channel, VooDoo Chef, and we stream live at VooDoo Chef 13 on social media every Tuesday. Till next time, fellas.
is Sunny. Today we're making some VooDoo Chef Nashville hot tenders with our fried batter mix and our Nashville hot seasoning. So what we're gonna do is grab our chicken that's been marinated in half and half and lime juice. We're gonna grab 3 of these right here, and then we're gonna dredge them into the fried batter mix. I'm gonna evenly coat these. Make sure you get every single nook and cranny dredged up. I'm gonna pat the dredged flour off, and I'm gonna put it on our pan. And the next step is we're gonna put them in the fryer. I'm gonna fry these off. All right, now we're at the fryer. We're gonna drop our tenders down. Now we're gonna let these fry for about 6 to 8 minutes until they're fully golden brown and they're ready to toss in our Nashville hot. Now we're gonna make our Nashville hot tenders with some hot fire oil and the Nashville hot. We'll grab 1 ounce of hot fire oil, same one we're using to cook the chicken. Now we're gonna grab our Nashville hot VooDoo seasoning. We're gonna put about 2 tablespoons of this. All you gotta do is just mix it up together. Base. Now we pull up our tenders right here. It's so crisp, you can almost hear it. I like that color of it as well. Now we're gonna put them in the bowl. Now we're gonna toss them in. Toss them in that hot, spicy Nashville hot. Now for the taste test. Try this Nashville hot chicken. That's definitely hot with this sweetness on the tender, the kickback of the cayenne. Ooh, it's real hot. We gotta cool it down with a little bit of BRE, best ranch ever. Real good. Nashville hot, VooDoo Chef.
He'll taste it all. Give his honest critique. No sugar-coated words. He's the one they see.
So what we got here is our Day at Country Club's Wagyu Wellington burger. So this is 75-15, 8-ounce Wagyu, American Wagyu beef patty. The mushrooms on top of it we sauteed with the VooDoo dirt. So it's got the espresso, it's got the brown sugar, some nice sweetness. The sauce on it is a Dijon aioli. And then we've got some Gruyere Fontina blend on top of that. And underneath the sweet Vidalia onions and the scarlet butter lettuce. So we wanted to take a take on the classic beef Wellington. You got the mustard, you got the mushrooms, the prosciutto. We took the nice, soft Euro-baked brioche bun, didn't toast it, because we want that soft flakiness like you would get at a Wellington.
Holy cow, dude.
Just a little something we slapped together over our Day at Country Club, you know, things that we do on a regular basis.
Make sure you check them out. You don't have to be a member to eat there.
Just tell them Tim.
In my opinion.
Hi, Hugh Jasshole here. You can call me Mr. Jasshole, or you can call me Hugh Jasshole. I would really appreciate it. So everyone's heard the joke about the horse that walked into the bar and goes up to the bartender, and the bartender says, "Why the long face?" Well, one time I went into a bar and went up to the barmaid, and the barmaid looked at me and said, "Hey, nice long dick." Ha! Hey, by the way, have a good evening and fuck off!
In my opinion, tell me, baby, listen up. VooDoo chef is here, he's about to disrupt. He'll taste it all, give his honest critique. No sugar-coated words, he's the one they seek.
You know what, booties? It's official. The onions are out. If you know, you know. And in my opinion, they're the best onions on the planet. Oh my God. Get you some.
In my opinion.
I get asked all the time, why Tequila 512? And it would be real easy for me to say it's the 100% blue agave, the locally sourced volcanic spring water, the triple distillation, the 24-hour charcoal filtration. Hell, we could talk about bourbon barrels, the oxygenation process, but at the end of the day, it just tastes damn good. Tequila 512, the official tequila of the VooDoo Chef.
I use the word amazing a lot, and it's perfect to describe VooDoo Chef Zing, because it's amazing. This is what we use to make BRE, the best ranch ever. The recipe's right on the bottle, but it doesn't take away from its use as a barbecue rub and seasoning. Barbecue competitors across the country using it to take top 10 finishes and even grand champions. Make sure you try out our amazing